What's up, David?
Hi, Dave.
Hey. What's going on, Dave?
Hey, Dave.
Hey, guys.
How you been, man? Good?
Happy holidays.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, this is our last show of the year.
I heard it was going to be a big... Where's everybody?
Everyone's off.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone took off. We're there's no management here. There's no anything else.
It's so sad.
Well, they've been told to, take the rest of their careers off.
It's a Home Alone situation.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys celebrate or...
Celebrate what?
Chris, do you, Jim?
I do, yeah.
Somehow I could see you, decorating a tree with a prostitute. Watch the balls, honey. Less garland.
Oh, I thought you meant literally, he'll just throw her into the tree and decorate the tree with a prostitute.
Like that's somebody's kink.
Yeah.
Okay, honey. Easy with the garland.
Yeah, this is the first year I'm kind of doing the whole Christmas thing with the family coming over.
Big tree.
Of course, Basil Tees is catering because I'm not cooking.
How big is your tree?
It's 15 feet.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's dumbest, ridiculous tree.
I want a picture of that.
It's very tall.
I know I won't be invited over, but
of course you're invited over.
I at least want to see a picture
For
of
God's sake.
Of your festive house.
Yes.
Have you got the crazy lights on it this year too?
Crazy lights, not so much. Not where people are driving by the outside of the house, taking pictures and all that crap.
Yeah.
But and I live in a Jewish neighborhood.
Oh boy.
So I am the only house with Christmas lights on.
Yeah.
And I'm driving around just going. There's not even in the last year. I remember one or two others, but now nothing. I mean, I am alone. It's like I am legend for Jews.
Yeah, growing up as a Hebrew, my parents used to drive us let's go see how the goyim, as we used to say. Yeah, let's see what they do. Their holiday's more fun. No, it isn't.
Look what
We
they're
hide
doing.
the gifts.
That's how it is. It's all lit up, and then I got the inside lights and decorations inside. And
You got that big wreath?
a big wreath on the outside, and then there's a big wreath over the fireplace, and then there's I guess what is it called? Holly. Big
Wow,
thing
traditional.
that goes over the mantle of the fireplace.
Sure.
You throw some logs. They have a big garland thing that's over there, and then start a fire. It's kind of nice.
Oh, that's nice.
It's like crackling
Eggnog?
fire.
Do you have
Nah.
Do you have a nativity
beer?
action figure set?
No, I'm not very religious, so I keep the religion out of Christmas.
Oh.
I'm more like a Norseman. I'm just celebrating
The consumer.
the winter solstice.
Oh.
Drag a tree inside and.
You should have been the guy with the real life nativity scene outside your house.
Yeah.
though.
Oh, really?
You should have been
hire
that guy.
some people to stand out in the freezing cold with a little child.
Hire a bunch of the Mexicans after they clean your house.
Rent a Jesus.
Yes. They got to keep trading out the kid because he's freezing.
Is coffee supposed to be lumpy? Just wondering.
Usually not. It means
that's wonderful.
curdled.
It's not you, by the way, Stephen, from Basil Tees, Hooper Avenue, Tom's
Of course
River.
not.
I make my own coffee in the morning, and this is chunky for some reason.
Wow, look at that. That's quite a spread,
I
guys.
ran out of milk. I had to spank. Anything for you, GH.
Just a thought.
You ever stay in a hotel on the road and they have that continental breakfast in the morning? It's always you and several businessmen who are coming off a hard
Night at the strip club.
yeah, something.
Bender.
Yeah, you don't want to take more than your share. Then there's the guy, the triathlete college superhero. I'll just take a melon and whatever. He's been up for hours running.
I always have to take a dump at continental breakfast. I always feel like I have to take a dump.
Really?
Yeah, it always makes me feel like I have to go to the bathroom.
They really pump those things up like they're
They're
something.
awful.
It's a dry, cold bagel
Yeah,
or something. It's this sucks.
It's a litter box here.
two old people, me, and then whatever, a weird homeless family that somehow worked their way in. Oh, that's nice. What is that?
That's a
Tuna?
piece of steak.
Oh, steak in the morning.
Yeah.
What is it, Invasion Day?
Living like
Iwo Jima?
kings.
Steak and eggs, boys.
Steak in the morning, we're going in. It's hysterical. Those boys had no illusions.
That looks like a nice steak. What kind of steak is that?
It's the best, man.
You gotta grab one.
Yeah, you
Wow.
eat meat there, David.
I love meat.
Oh, then you're going to
Oh
want
my
some
God,
of
is
this.
that good?
Steak and eggs in the morning. It's the only way to go.
Hey, were you at the Caroline's party last night, Jim?
Too sick, man. I was in bed.
Are you sick?
Do you go?
Yeah, like the big thing that people were talking about was that Michael Jackson was sick. And he might be, is he dying?
I hope so.
Well, now they're saying today that not only is he not dying, he's going to go on a world tour.
He is.
Yeah.
His brother said that he's in very serious condition.
Oh, his brother's now saying it too.
That's what I heard yesterday on the news.
I think he just needs a little more attention.
I was wondering if he would have, I know this is in poor taste, but if he had, passed, if the dance floor at Caroline's would have, filled out with young boys kind of celebrating the pass of their demon. But, so he's really sick, huh? Well, where's he living again?
I don't know.
He's
Abu
in
Dhabi?
Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, he's somewhere
he's
in
over
the
there,
Gulf.
right?
Oh, he'll get the best money can buy.
Yeah, he needs new lungs or something.
Does he?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like some
Dude,
kind
Is
of
he
lung
a
disease.
heavy smoker? No.
No, I implied yesterday that it was from baby powder. He's got some kind of mesothelioma that only baby powder gives you.
Oh, they're showing that shoe video. Oh, that's good.
So, why does he need 2 new lungs?
He's got some kind of genetic lung disease. At least that's what they're saying. So maybe that's why he was always wearing that mask.
No, really?
But I thought it was, because he's a pedophile and didn't want to be looked at with disdain.
Yeah, because no one's going to look at you when you look like that.
Yeah.
I heard he was losing his pigment. Is that what?
Yeah, he had that too. That's what he said. I think everything that comes out of his mouth seems to be
Balderdash.
and very small.
The trials of Job with him.
Jeepers.
What's it called when you're losing your pigment? I forget what it's called. Vitiligo.
Yeah.
Vitiligo. He just got out of jail. Oh, wait, that's Lily. What's that guy's name again?
Oh, Lilio Bracco or whatever?
Yeah. There's a lot of...
Well, the Soprano dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was found not guilty for that cop shooting thing.
But he's still got some charges pending that could give him up to 15 years or something like that.
Just in time for the Oscars.
Yeah.
So you don't feel good, huh?
No,
Are you on the road?
a little bit here and there. Not too much lately.
Oh.
He's on the old dirt road.
Jimmy,
As I choke on a piece of steak.
Jimmy couldn't go to dinner with the Playboy model last night because he might have had the runs.
That was awful.
Really?
dude.
Yeah,
Sick.
that's a weird situation to be in.
What
That
month?
is God punishing you.
1 month.
Who was she?
This was a few years ago, I think.
Well, you really are sick.
Yeah, his eyes are
you're so
barely
low
open.
energy.
I know.
I was just vomiting and, you know how it is. It stinks.
Yeah.
Bundle of nothing.
It's called being a man. Suck it up.
Yeah.
Walk it off.
You came in. Yeah, that's good. Well, you wanted your bonus, but
Bonus. My God.
Bonus. No one's getting bonuses in any industry this year.
I think they were going to give you GM cars or something. Everybody gets a...
Yeah, they should start giving those away.
You see that Toyota had a loss for the first time in what? How many
Ever.
years?
I think
Ever?
ever.
I got to buy a car this year.
First loss
It's been
ever.
20 years.
Ever.
I got to buy a car. What do you think, guys?
They're pretty much giving them away.
Yeah.
Just pick your lot.
I just want to see the hard sell on the lot. Listen, son. My kid, he's got this lung thing. I think it's baby powder. I don't know what.
Hey, we got that True Coat for you, too. We put the True Coat. We'll throw that in for free, the True Coat.
I think for once you got the upper hand at a car dealership.
Yeah, dedefinitely.
If you can't figure out how to get a deal.
Oh, my God. You
you're
are
like,
the dumbest individual
Ever.
What kind of rube goes
Right.
in there and pays sticker? You're going in.
Yeah.
You can just go, look, I'm taking it for free.
let's start by dividing that by 2.
Yeah.
And we go across the street.
I'll give you $20.
Right.
Sold. Oh, my God.
Who's getting ripped off at a car dealership?
And then a couple of months ago,
yeah.
if somebody told you that this morning on the news you would hear gas prices are the lowest they've been in 5 years,
Wow.
you'd be like, what happened?
Yeah.
Really?
We were paying, it's the lowest in 5 years.
$1.60 something is the national average right now.
Yeah.
And weren't we paying
up
close to
$4?
$4?
Just close to $4.
Only
$4.20? Yeah, dude.
Wow. In like 6 months, man. That's crazy
Yeah.
prices.
The price per barrel dropped over $100
Yeah.
a barrel. And, man, if I only had that Gray's Oil Almanac, I would have gone back in time and given it to myself and shorted oil.
They must be hurting over in Tehran.
Abu Dhabi or wherever
Yeah.
the hell. Yeah, I'm sure they're hurting.
Put the pause button on the nuke program. Am I right? Let's talk hardball. What do you think?
Let's go.
Yeah, when they have to cut back, it's always something horrible. Oh, AK-47's got to stop importing those and nuclear plant that we're building only for power and not for weapons.
Do you Google that? Because this is my thing. I'll come home after the show, masturbate. I'm allowed to say that. Right?
No, you can't actually.
No.
You could say, have fun with yourself.
Okay.
It's
well,
so
whatever.
stupid.
Sorry. All right. That.
Yeah.
Rub one. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rub one in.
Okay. Then I get this amazing scientist mind where I'm like, let's see, how would Israel hit Iran? Could they do it with subs? Why is that?
Yeah, you get the poison out of your system,
and let your head
your
think.
mind can actually think about something else other than pornography on the internet. Because I find I'll do that too. Like if you're satisfied, and you're drained of the poison, you'll look at other things and actually learn a thing or two. Well,
Wikipedia.
I want to learn about
The
a
best
little bit
thing
of
to do
history or
is
something.
to just get that out of the way.
Just get it out of the way as quickly as
Stop
possible.
thinking too much and let your mind wander. Just get it out of the way.
Which is Jimmy's problem. He's talked about that in the past.
You
where
can't just get it out of the way.
You work yourself up to the point,
Well, Jimmy
and then try to find something better.
It's called edging.
Edging?
An edge, yeah.
You're an edger?
Yeah. Yeah, you just all of a sudden you pull your hand away real quick.
Yeah, and you'll do this for hours.
And then click, find something new.
You catch
click,
air.
Click. Go through 600 girls.
Well,
on yeah, definitely on the site.
Try to find the perfect one, too.
One's the starter wife.
The ta-da.
Work your way through.
You want to find the ta-da girl. The one that's finished off with the box of tissues.
That's the one. It's the worst though when you miscalculate.
Oh, my
You're just trying
God,
to
I'd
X a
say
box
that.
closed.
Ah!
Yeah. You blur, and meanwhile you're pulling the window open bigger. Just nothing.
The picture of your mom comes up.
That's what you're trying to get to. Thanks to that one picture, the beach.
Miscalculating that is a problem out there when you're in that state. Oh, you had a grand plan, and all of a sudden, I got rid of the poison during this part of the video.
Yeah.
This is not what I wanted.
But you really got to time things sometimes.
It's kind of like cooking dinner. You gotta kind of get it all.
You don't want the
Dude,
salad
how-
to come out at the same time.
How salad at the same time as the main course. How difficult was it on VHS though to time the because you'd have to watch the thing for a while, pick your moment,
Pick your scene.
rewind, and then work it up to that moment and actually finish up right at that moment.
Right.
And and you couldn't have any of those where the guy's face was like, or the bob shot, we like to call it, the back of the B.O.B. shot.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that swinging friggin',
Hammer.
Liberty Bell hammer in there, just rocking back and forth.
You'd have to commit to a tape because to get up and go over there and pull it out and pull it out of the duffel bag, that was way too much. You'd lose, initiative.
Another thing is there was so much more guilt with tapes than there is with the internet. When you're done with the internet, click, done, goodbye, shut everything down. With a tape, it was like, find the remote. Now, and it's the remote that everyone else is going to be touching, so you got to make sure your hand's kind of clean. You don't want to be watch somebody using the remote going
sock. Use a sock in a crunch.
Use a sock. And then you got to maybe rewind the tape because if it's at a certain point, maybe if you're living with somebody, they'll know that point was worked up to. It's just so.
You would share porno? That's your Dustin Hoffman story. Back in the day, before I could afford my own porno.
Way back in the day, used to share porno. No, if some porno was in with some other tapes, you'd always wonder if somebody was going to be like, that porno wasn't up to that part. What's it doing here?
Right,
Why isn't it at the beginning?
Yeah, and why did the porn end right here?
Yeah, right there.
You weirdo.
At the money shot.
Yeah, but it's some just weird thing.
Yeah. So you'd have to then rewind, which keeps the whole thing going of you sick, disgusting thing. But, it's so easy to just shut her down now.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
On the extras, now they give you a bonus girl on a lot of these things, which really is great for self-esteem.
You didn't make the bonus.
Who makes that call? Tamara, good news, bad news. You're in the film. It's not. Can I tell you?
You didn't make the final cut.
Girl number 3 took it to another level. We ran out of time.
Yeah, 3 on the DVD.
Maybe extras.
The extras, right. All right, we got David Attell at Caroline's at 26th through the 30th.
Yes.
212-757-4100. That's very, very cool for the people staying in New York this holiday.
I'm here. Yeah, it's going to be good.
This, Jimmy?
I want to see Marley and Me. That Owen Wilson. That looks really funny.
Oh boy,
that guy's good.
I can't watch him now without
Why?
thinking of Jimmy's impression of him.
His stupid lips. Why? Terrible.
Yeah. What do you mean?
What do you mean? His charming smile. You know, great, like a hot pan of grease would look right in his face.
So what you're saying is, scariest environment ever. Okay, I get it. What?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's horrible. I didn't even know. It's my first try at it.
Stupid
I'm
comb
gonna have to
down.
work on that one.
That's not a bad Owen Wilson, though.
I'd love
Got
to see.
potential.
I'd love to see what he looks like when his hair isn't sprayed over his forehead.
Yeah.
That stupid fruity 2000 thing that these guys do. I bet he's hiding just a world of hurt.
That probably goes back a ways.
Oh, it's great. That's stupid.
He needs follicles.
Yeah, that's
Go to
Christmas
Ted's
movie,
Follicle Emporium.
right? Aren't you going to see The Amazing Life of Mr. Blah, blah, blah? What is that movie again?
The Brad Pitt movie?
I think that's a Stephen King story, if I remember correctly.
It's where he ages backwards, right?
Yeah, I think he
Don't
died.
give it away.
Oh, yeah.
That's such a, that is like ultimate ego. Like, Christmas Day, you're coming out like Jesus, all right? You're amazing. People are going to give up the holiest day of the year to see you.
Yeah.
Opening Christmas Day. Yeah, you're going to be sitting in a movie theater.
That is pompous. You're right. More with David Attell. Stay there. Opie and Anthony. Oh, it's so festive in here. Opie and Anthony. You got Jimmy falling asleep on the couch. You got Steve in the corner making omelets and steak for everybody.
I just had a steak.
Yeah, the steak was good, right?
Unbelievable.
Basil Teas, Hooper Avenue, Tom's River. And David Attell. He's going to be at Caroline's the 26th through the 30th.
This song reminds me of Die Hard, the original one. 2? What?
Is it 2?
Yeah, I do believe this was prominently featured in Die Hard 2.
I thought it was the first one with the Nakatomi Plaza because they were having a Christmas party.
I'll put money on 2, but
Yeah?
I'll check it out.
Well, I'm going to say 1. All right, we're on.
All right.
You know, I never got Die Hard. I like Bruce Willis enough, but I never got the whole idea of it.
I liked the first one.
Oh, yeah?
Just, he ends up in the building, and Hans Gruber is there with his cohorts, and they're trying to steal some bearer bonds.
Oh, that's what it was?
But, he goes through the building and kind of, screws everything up. But it's such an 80s movie now when you watch it. It's just like...
What was David Attell's problem with the movie?
I don't know. I don't like any movie where a guy's hanging off of something, whether it be a plane or a car moving
you don't like
fast.
hanging off.
Yeah, I just feel like, there is a time when even, you give up, like, hey, we'll get him another day, or, I need help.
Kind of takes you out of the movie a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's bad for kids to, to see that,
Well, it shows a little stick-to-itiveness, a little gumption.
Well, maybe. I mean...
There was a
it's
list.
called Die Hard, not try, a little bit.
There was a list of the biggest douches in movie history,
Right.
I believe. And
Do we have that list?
a glaring omission was Ellis from Die Hard,
Oh.
who could have been one of the biggest douches in a movie.
Not according
Hey,
to the
Schmeck and
list.
Sie talk. Yeah. We're the same, You work with a gun. I use a fountain pen. Ugh. And then when he's taking that last sip of soda, and he kind of looks at the corner of his eye before they shoot him in the head. Wonderful. Stupid Ellis.
Let's say hi to Denis Leary. Dennis is checking in. Mr. Leary,
Hi, guys.
happy holidays. Or, well, you're a Merry Christmas guy. Merry Christmas to you.
Why is Jimmy falling asleep on the couch?
I'm sick. It might be a little bit of flu symptoms or something, but I'm just a bit ill.
Yeah, so you decided to come in and give us all the flu just in time for the holidays, which
Yeah.
is always a
Yeah.
treat. So thank you to Jimmy.
Perfect.
No, he had a date with, not a date, he was going to go to dinner with a Playboy model last night, and he had the runs, and he had to cancel.
I had to cancel because I was in a cab.
Okay, so was that like one of these major anxiety? I have a date with a Playboy bunny.
Oh, no. It was actually being sick. It wasn't going to be a fool-around day, so there was no pressure. It was just to eat. But no, I was legitimately sick.
Oh.
Stinks.
Not being a fool around date kind of confuses us all in the studio just because,
Yeah,
it's a
really.
Playboy thing.
Also,
but-
you don't know what's going to transpire.
Yeah.
About to
that
eat with
point.
somebody without anything happening.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that, but you never know. Maybe the next step or the next time you go out or something, you just don't know.
Was she,
Hey, listen,
was she hoping
listen, any day that you guys can get Jim Norton on the air to use the word gumption is a good day.
Did he say gumption? How did that get past me?
well, we were trying to forget that we heard it.
Jim Norton's grandfather's here today. Gumption. Right. Hey, put some elbow grease into it.
Hey, Dennis, what are you doing for the big Christmas holiday there?
I am just getting done digging out from all the snow, and I'm getting ready to go skate on my rink. So
Wow.
it's 1 degree here, literally one.
Wow.
It's 1 out.
You're almost completely out of degrees.
I'm almost at 0.
Wait, you have your own ice rink?
I do. Yeah, I have an
Yes, he
outdoor
does.
rink. Yeah.
Is it covered at least, or you have to?
No. It's real old school. Like just you can't get much more old school than this.
Oh, you're gonna have the lumpy ice then.
Well, no, it's not lumpy because we get up like morons early in the morning and we scrape it down and then we hose it down with water.
He's probably got one of those little cars that he turned into a Zamboni. Like
I
one
do.
of-
I have a little tractor that has a Zamboni thing with water on the back.
How cool
That
is that?
figures. Okay.
Look it. At one point in my life, that could have been a bong, but I'm trying to switch it up so that I could probably still turn it into a bong. But I'm trying to do some physical exercise here. All right?
Are you guys gonna have a game of hockey today with the family?
Yeah, but man, it's going to be cold.
Do you get to check like your end into the boards or anything?
Yeah, this is one of those mornings where it's so cold, you're trying to set an example to the kids, like, let's go out there and show some gumption. But, I may actually, 15 minutes into this one, have to go, you know what, this is stupid. Let's go in the house where it's warm. Come on.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm in Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask a question? Dennis, Dave Attell. How's
Hey,
it going,
Dave.
man? Hey, who do you play? Do you play like a
Well, it's a
school of orphans, a
mixed
culinary
bag
school?
of-
Like, what do you do?
It's a bunch of friends of mine. Some of the guys are firefighters. Some of the guys are broken down hockey players. And then, the truth is it's like our kid, like my son and the other sons, they just beat our asses now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just smoke and drink coffee, and they just beat our asses.
And you make believe you're not trying.
It's like
Yeah.
That's a cool image of skating and smoking.
Yeah,
you guys
that's
are
cool.
like the Kennedys were with football.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Only with hockey.
We're like the Kennedys with football, except way less money and absolutely no influence. And we don't drive people off bridges.
Yeah.
Folks.
Whoa.
Whoa, hey.
Oh, what? Like I can't mention, like that didn't happen?
Yeah, what?
Of
Not
course
enough
you
time?
Like
What
showing
happened?
some gumption.
Word of the day is gumption. So
How's the book doing, man?
Hey, it's doing good. I'm stuck at number 7, but hey, no complaints. Listen, I got to tell you guys, on Thursday night in New Jersey, was it New Jersey Thursday night or Connecticut? I can't remember anything now.
whatever. Thursday's book sign.
Thursday night.
Yeah.
I think it was Jersey. Thursday night in Jersey. There was probably 300 people there. I'm not kidding you. I couldn't keep tabs because I was signing one after the other. There was at least somewhere between 30 and 40 Jim Norton books just from that thing that we did on the air.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, we told people to show the Norton book at the Denis Leary signing. Nice.
And get a hog drawn on your face.
Yeah, did the
Yeah, the idea was if they buy my book and Jim's book, I would sign Jim's cover and draw a hog on his face.
Are you good at drawing the hog?
I got pretty good at it because I had to do it like 40 times, So that was Thursday. On Saturday, I had 2 book signings. One was at a really small bookstore called the Hickory Stick, which is like locally here. It's a great little bookstore. They had about, I guess, 150 people, and they sold out of the Jim Norton book in like the first 15 people in line.
Wow.
They only had about 10 copies.
Nice.
I mean, they wanted nothing to do with it, whether it had more than 10 copies.
Well, they don't have more. I mean, literally, if you're not doing a signing there, they don't have more. They're so small. They have about maybe a bestseller at any given moment might have 15 copies. I mean, they're tiny.
Yeah.
Right? So then I went to the big famous one, R.J. Julia in Connecticut that night in Madison, Connecticut. And that was huge. That was like 350 people. And there must have been, at least, another 40 or 50 books, Jim Norton books there. And it got so crazy that at one point I drew a hog and signed the cover of your book. And the lady came back and she's like, listen, can you the penis, it's kind of smudged. Can you redraw it? I was like, wait a minute, I'm redrawing a penis on Jim Norton's face? I didn't do it the right way?
Wouldn't be the first time. Tee-hee.
Anyway,
The first time it left a smudge, too.
I'm just telling you guys, man, this is the way to sell books, you know?
Yeah, it's all radio.
Are you trying to say that we're popular? Because if you are, why don't you tell the bosses? Because they're not really sure of that
I'm
yet.
telling you and your bosses, I don't know how to explain it any better, but you guys are the anti-Oprah. If David Attell writes a book tomorrow, right, and you guys tell people to go out and buy it, not only are they going to go out and buy it, but if you say, I don't care what other book, Joe the Plumber's new book, if you say, hey, buy Joe the Plumber's book and we'll draw penises on his face, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm working with Sarah Palin's baby on a book. It's called Wah.
It's called Don't Eat That.
What do you get, Dennis? What do you get if you make number one? Like, do you get is there like a prize, or like if you're a number one, like for a certain, besides the money, is there like?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a question you.
Does Solomon Rushdie like take a bath? Like, what do you get? Is there some kind of book?
I'm only at 7. Artie Lang got the number 2, so he might have the inside information about what you get.
Didn't he get to number 1?
Did he get the number 1?
Yeah, I think he did.
Oh man.
Hey, but you're beating out the Obama books, right?
I'm beating the Obama books.
That's a good thing. You know what though? Lucky us, we get a topless picture of Obama on all the front pages of the newspapers today, and it says "Fit for office." Buff Bam is a Hawaiian hunk.
Buff Bam.
Can I say it again? President B Cup.
Yeah,
I like how he's letting his rack out like that. Look at that.
He's got baloney boobs, and they're saying he's buff.
Dave's calling him President B Cup.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
But David tells
Sorry, is that bad or?
No, it's not. I'm just wondering. See, that kind of throws some interesting light onto your psychological approach to Obama.
Yeah, no, I think he's a good-looking man.
You do?
Well, he's really Filipino, so I mean, he could be a fancy boy, or you know what I'm saying. You've been overseas, haven't you? I remember in Chapter 9 you said that.
Dave's got a little fantasy going on about the president.
No, I like how he's like, we were saying it before, how he's going to be the guy who's like, anything he does is going to be like this big moment. People are going to watch him. Drink a coffee at the mall, whatever. I think he's going to be out a lot. He's not going to be at the White House.
It's going to be hard to criticize him, because if that was another president-elect that was walking topless like that and did have kind of breasts,
yes,
they would have commented on it in the paper. They would have said, like, wow, he looks like he's going to be the best president we've ever had, dopey Post headline or something. But they just say, wow, look how in shape he is. Our buff
he looks
president.
pretty in shape.
Well, what else do you want him to say? He's in shape.
I want him to say what they would say normally if it was somebody that they would criticize. They just don't criticize the guy.
Who? Like who?
Like any politician whatsoever, they would criticize.
Well, they had fun with Ted Kennedy when he was walking around with his.
They do not criticize.
suit on.
Obama
this is your post-Bush crybaby syndrome. I wish.
It's complete honesty.
What?
It's complete honesty, and you're blinded, Dennis, that this guy is Teflon. No one will criticize him.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Come on.
No, the media loves this guy and will not criticize him.
Yeah, well, what do you want them to do? They're kicking the other guy to the curb. The guy's got a 17% approval rating, and this guy hasn't even really come into office yet. Give him 3 months with the economic situation we have, and it's going to be a whole different set of coverage. Believe me. Okay,
Dennis, you're pro shoe throwing then.
I'm pro what?
Shoe throwing. You believe a man should express himself with his
It's funny to me
shoes.
that some of the great leaders of the past somebody's decided to shoot. This guy they throw shoes at. I mean, it's unbelievable to me.
But in their culture, that's like the ultimate insult.
I don't care what culture we're talking about. The ultimate insult is actually taking a shot at the guy, not with your shoe. So I mean, hey, to me, I think it's a great idea that if politicians are going to speak in public and we disagree, we all throw our shoes at them. But I think pie is better. I think pie is much more effective. If you hit a guy with a pie, hey, he's covered in pie.
It's timeless.
Yeah, that's more insulting than a shoe whizzing by your head.
Yeah,
you're right.
Try to continue the press conference with pie on your face.
It's like, everything from Fatty Arbuckle on.
But if he caught that shoe,
funny.
I just can't get over the fact that he was having a lot of fun with the shoe throwing.
I think that
he was
pretty
really
cool.
into the second throw. Like he was like, "Come on."
I know. He really thought it was funny.
Yeah, he was having a good time with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I like that they keep saying like it is a big insult in that culture. Like what culture isn't? Like, when a guy throws two shoes at your face,
It's a compliment.
yeah, it's not good anywhere.
Well, listen, guys, I got to roll. I got to go get beat by my kids.
Yeah, you got to do a little ice skating.
Bundle up.
Hey, guys, thanks a lot. I'm telling you, like I said, somebody's got to start giving you guys credit for selling books because you got inroads there. You know.
Nice.
Cool, man.
Yeah, we'll see how that pans out.
Well, he's an early dad. What time do you get up, man?
I get up really early.
Wow.
I'm used to the rest of my schedule. We have to get up at like
right.
5:30 in the morning. You know.
What time's your hockey going to start today?
It's going to start as soon as I get down there and start yelling at these kids.
Oh, wow.
That's the only upper hand I have now is I can yell at them and I pay their tuition, so they have to listen to me.
Dennis has gumption.
They have to let you score a few, huh?
He's an early dad.
I don't know if it's going to be gumption, boys. It's so cold out. I think it's going to be. I'm going to have to switch into another mode, not gumption.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Cold out.
All right.
Yeah. It's cold out.
All right, Dennis.
Have a nice holiday, man.
Hey guys, happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever the hell you want.
They'll leave us Goths and Wiccans out. Go
Cover all
ahead.
the bases.
I'll see you after the New Year.
All right, very
Have a good one,
Hey,
man.
guys.
There goes Dennis Leary.
Thank you, Kenny, for my gift. He told me not to open it until Christmas.
You opened it?
Yes, I did.
You weren't supposed
What
to.
is it?
Too bad.
What is it?
Some money. Why gives me money?
Yeah, your assistant gave you your money back?
What do you mean money? It's a gift card for what? Something good? Or just
Just a debit one.
Oh, it's like whatever you want.
Yeah.
How much is on it?
$200.
That's pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, look at
So now you're going to have to get
I wonder if he
three
said
times.
don't
Threefold.
open until Christmas because they're different amounts for everybody,
No, that-
depending on how much he likes people.
No, they're the same. It'll be 235,000.
We should start our insult where we throw our old merch at each other.
Hate to get hit with so many Voss CDs.
Still plenty left.
Hey, I got a very happy story. It's the holiday season.
Nice. Okay.
We're going to change gears a little bit and give the people a nice little story today, okay? Listen to this.
A medical miracle. A 9-year-old Texas boy suffered a horrible injury, but he survived against the slimmest of odds. Jordan Taylor is able to do things most 9-year-old boys like to do. But 3 months ago, doctors said Jordan had a 1 to 2% chance of survival.
And I just kept screaming. I just wanted him to wake up.
Jordan's mother, Stacy Perez, was behind the wheel when a dump truck ran a stop sign, plowing into her car. Jordan was buckled up in the back seat, but the impact caused an unthinkable injury.
The energy basically made his head lift up off of his neck and then move forward.
It's called orthopedic decapitation. Jordan's spinal cord remained intact, but his skull separated from his neck.
All of the connective tissue that essentially keeps your head connected to your neck was destroyed.
I do remember seeing him in a car and his head was just kind of hanging down.
Doctors were able to reattach his skull with a metal plate and titanium rods, giving hope back to a boy who has defied the odds.
Sounds to me like he's a very bad boy.
I don't think the reporters should be laughing like that. It's a horrible,
Wait.
horrible story.
So it was a 1 to 2%.
Chance of survival.
Yeah.
How do you tell that? 1%, 2% if I don't show up drunk.
Yeah. That was what got old Dale Earnhardt.
Really?
Same injury, yeah.
Decapitation?
Yeah, one of those orthopedic decapitations, they call it, yeah.
Right.
It's where just pretty much the skin is holding your head on.
How much is that?
It's,
Are you awake after that, or are you done?
I think you're pretty much unconscious.
Yeah.
I don't know, but...
I hate that.
If you wear a neck brace, it's not going to fix itself or anything.
You just can never
yeah,
move.
take a Tylenol. It'll fix you up.
You have to
So he's
sit there.
flopping around like his head.
Yeah,
like a
he always looks
plastic
like
man.
he's being indifferent.
Nah, he's doing like a Gleason. The head's going back and forth.
I wonder if he could turn his head
Look.
completely around.
No, because the skin would
Oh,
probably...
it would look like he's
Oh, I
making a
didn't know you were an
balloon
expert
animal
on
with
it.
his neck.
And this guy's not writing a book?
He's only 9,
Oh.
Yeah, give him a few years.
but he sounds very fresh.
Pop-up?
Oh, God.
Yeah, you open it and the head flops out.
Oh, God.
Stupidly creeps everybody in the bookstore out.
But he's okay, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently he defied the odds with some titanium rods and
amazing.
plates and whatever else they do.
But he's got to be paralyzed, right?
No.
no.
What What do you mean, no?
Spinal cord's fine.
Yeah, he said the spinal cord. That's pretty.
Yeah, but that's
Wait,
gotta-
no. Give me more on that story.
It's got to swell up your spinal cord. Once that starts happening, ew.
No, spinal cord's fine. His skull just got knocked right off by the impact.
Yeah, but what happens to the
He put it right back on.
duodenum? No. What happens to your spinal cord?
Stays there. It doesn't move. They put
But
your
what
head back on.
happens? I mean, the bones could like kind of
That
rip
are
it a little
fine.
bit, and then it bruises it and it swells up.
Yeah.
It didn't happen though. Maybe he
You
got
get
very lucky.
paralyzed.
In that African culture where they put the rings around your neck, that
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Couldn't they do that to him?
Oh yeah, they break their neck when they do that. Yeah.
Don't they? Or
Yeah,
they,
their neck actually, and
Breaks
then
a
they
little
build it
bit?
up. So if they took those rings off, their heads would just go. Meh.
Couldn't they hammer his head back on with a shoe?
You're wrong about Dale Earnhardt, but first Dan in
No, I'm
Jersey.
not. Shut up. I know I'm not wrong. Shut up.
Well, we're not going there yet. This is the warm-up call. Dan in Jersey. Yes, Dan.
Owen, hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Big fan, listen to you guys for many, many years, man. Dude, how do you guys play that laugh track behind that, man? That is extremely uncomfortable when you guys did that. That's terrible, man.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like terrible listening to it. You're right.
Yeah.
You pressed the button, dude.
Yeah.
Are you
Who
working
did?
them noises in?
Who did? We're like a firing squad here. One person has an empty magazine, so we never know who the guy is that shot the guy.
That's right.
It keeps everyone sane. We don't know who pushed the button.
That's right.
Who pushed the button?
That's right.
Turn your keys, sir.
Come on, hair plugs. You know you pressed it, hair plugs.
I did not, and it's not plugs. They're follicles.
Hair restoration follicles.
That's right.
That's terrible, guys.
It really is. I agree. I
Well, it's
agree.
Christmas.
It's not terrible. It's a feel-good
Yeah.
story.
Wait all year
Feel
long.
good story.
That's right.
Real good story. Were you guys playing laugh tracks?
It was a nervous kidder.
That's right.
It's a feel-good story because, it's a little rough for everybody out there, and
right.
what we're trying to do is show you that it could be a lot worse.
He made it. Yeah.
a very bad boy who got his comeuppance.
We're laughing because we don't know the dude.
Oh,
And we're all like
that's
that.
terrible,
You just
man.
don't want to admit it.
Come on, you guys don't have kids. You don't know, man.
Oh, stop
no.
it with your stupid kids.
I do have
Well,
kids.
you go home and you kiss them on the neck, which they have.
I
Yeah.
lost my daughter, man. I know what it's like to lose a kid.
No, you
Don't
didn't.
say that
Okay.
stuff, man.
No,
That's
you didn't.
Not cool.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
I'm sorry.
I did, dude.
We're really sorry.
Sorry to
I
hear
did.
that.
Well, this
Play
kid,
the barnyard noises.
well, this kid lived though.
It's not.
We're really sorry.
Follicles.
We're sorry to hear that, Dan.
This
Yeah,
kid is all
sorry.
right.
Hey, he lost his kid.
Sorry,
right.
Dan.
I know Ope's got some heart, man. And
That's
you're
right,
a
I
cool
do.
bastard,
I
dude.
sure
Are
do.
you out of your mind?
Hey, he
You're a
speaks
cool
the truth.
bastard.
Dude, you have no clue.
Dan, I do have a heart.
Well,
How many?
I do have a clue.
How many years ago did that happen?
My daughter, too.
Okay, see, that wasn't me.
Dude.
Oh boy, that
That wasn't me.
No, that was Ope, man. I know that.
See? So now tell me who's.
Wait a minute, we were just friends, Dan. How are you turning your back on me like this?
No, come on, Ope. I know you take advantage of a situation like this, you cake stopping bastard.
See?
Hey, in this economy.
You know, people are going to be surprised to learn that time it was Anthony.
No, it wasn't.
No,
I don't even
it
have a
wasn't.
laugh. Look, here's all my sounds. It's every sound and every bang. There it is. Did you hear one laugh?
Come on, I've listened long enough. I know the game, guys. I know the game.
All right, Dan.
All
You know,
right.
when the situation's down really bad, Ope's the first one to take advantage and say
Hey.
something nasty.
Yep.
Exactly.
But you just said I'm the nice guy with
You
the heart.
did say that.
Well, I believe you were being nice for a minute there, but when you
minute.
asked me that question and the laugh track came, I know it must have been you.
Dan, I feel
I
bad
got
for
the
you
same
and your
sense of
loss,
humor as
but
you
you're a
guys,
dummy.
man.
Yeah.
Who is?
Why is
Why are
he
you
dumb?
calling him a dummy?
Dude.
Because he's.
Yeah, at least he didn't get hair plugs.
It's not. They're follicles.
hair restoration.
Separate
my ass.
follicles. Individually placed.
And where do they get the follicles?
What are you worried
From
about
the harvest area.
The cadaver pubes.
About your hair with a mug like that.
What?
Oh, Dan.
Why you
Now
hair
you've
with
gone
a
too
mug
far.
like that?
I'm a handsome son of a bitch.
He has sex with 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, keep it on the ice. Keep it on the ice.
Franklin and-
What's the matter, Dan? What's the matter, Dan? You know what upsets me? Dan doesn't find me attractive. Aw, what a shame. You know, in a few years, I would have been banging your daughter.
Oh, all right. See,
Ah, go screw Dan!
Wow.
You got, I'd let you bang me.
I didn't say you.
Dan, I got to say, we've gone way too far now. I was just having a little fun.
Shut up.
Now Anthony's taking it to a whole nother level.
Shut it.
I don't know what goes on in his head.
The hair follicles.
Don't you start bashing me. I'll bash right back with a howitzer, you son of a bitch. How was it throwing the toys away?
Oh, you know
Shut up. I don't care.
Wow.
The guy fired the first shot. I was being nice. Go screw yourself.
Hey, it's the end of the year.
What?
You know what? You're lucky. I got a real sick sense of humor, and that I'm not where you guys are, because I kick your puny ass.
Yeah, go try it, my friend. Try it.
Yeah, I know. Big dumb Kenny.
Big dumb Kenny. No, my bodyguard, Smith & Wesson.
Like you're carrying right now.
Well.
Ixnay on the camera day.
Dan, why don't you come down to Caroline's and talk it over like...
Yeah, go to Caroline's.
Yeah, we're all going to meet at Caroline's and bring this back together with David Tell.
That was the most uncomfortable moment of the year.
Yeah.
Don't
bash me.
Peace out, man. Merry Christmas, dude.
Merry Christmas, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Legendary hair plugs.
All right there. Last presents under the tree.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wow.
Will you let him have the final word?
That was an excellent salvo.
Oh,
Dan, sorry for your loss, my friend.
It's a holiday show. What's next?
Yeah, this is our holiday show, Ant.
Merry Christmas.
This is our holiday show.
Get the head of UNICEF on. Tell them times are tough. We're not sending anything over.
Jesus.
What the hell, man? And you're wrong about Dale Earnhardt.
I know I'm not. I saw a whole show on this.
Ryan, Minnesota.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Well, actually, that's technically not what happened. It's when your brain bounced off the front of your skull from the forward momentum when you stop.
Right.
And then it bounces back and reaches up the back.
Yeah, see, everyone knows
his
that, Ant.
skull was separated from his spine.
I know the Hans device broke down, but before, when he hit at 180 miles an hour, his brain bounced off the front of his skull.
All us NASCAR fans know that.
Okay, but
There's
he
an
also
actual term for it. Have stunt douche look it up.
But his head,
really should.
But his skull came away from his spine.
Right.
That's all I said.
Is that? Are you sure?
I think you're right, dude.
No, you're right. Ryan,
All right, you're right.
All right.
I'll give. Dan took a pretty bad beating, so I'll give Ryan this
All right,
one.
listen.
Okay, you're right.
Listen, we horrified a lot.
Why don't you reenact it?
We horrified a lot of people, so I just want to bring everyone back together
What happened?
by telling everyone out there that the dog dies in the end, as far as the Marley and Me movie goes.
Oh my!
So that should bring everyone back together.
I hope
myself out a window.
I hope it eats a bag of Owen Wilson's heroin.
This is not a nice show today.
That should bring
Marley.
back.
He dies.
Dumb Percy lips.
Yeah, the dog dies. So that should bring everyone back together.
That's great. Good.
So we're all on the same page again. David Tell, Caroline's the 26th through the
What's
30th.
the point?
212-757-4100. We're going to break and getting some more food from Basil Teas and where? Tom's River, right? All right. Opie and Anthony. Look, we're back to festive now after that last break.
Yeah.
Opie and Anthony hanging with David Tell today. It's going to be at Caroline's on Broadway. 212-757-4100, the 26th through the 30th for Mr. Attell. What else is going on in your mind there, Dave?
Well, I'm still... we were talking about the brain thing again. If he had used the device, that wouldn't have happened to him.
Dale Earnhardt, yeah. That little device that clips like your helmet.
No, the other device, the brake. If he had been more reasonable instead of going for it.
Wow. The NASCAR people are going to be really upset
I'm
with you,
sorry
Dave.
about that.
Oh, we don't
didn't
care.
drive.
No, that's a big part of my audience. So.
Yeah.
If you didn't drive 200 miles an hour in a circle and wonder why you hit something, how about this? Stop it.
There's a lot of money in that driving in a circle.
Why? It's a dumb
Millions
sport.
and millions of dollars.
A lot of people watch it.
It's the fastest growing sport in America, Jimmy. And yes, they do call it a sport.
It's not a sport.
I don't think
way
it's
of
a
life.
sport. It's a spectacle.
Yeah.
It's an attraction. I wouldn't call it a sport, though.
It's a vroom, vroom.
And don't tell me that they have to be athletes and in shape.
They
and
do.
This, that. I understand
They
there's
do.
a lot of rigors that go along with auto racing like this.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't consider it athletic.
It's not athletic at all.
I drive on a daily basis like a maniac. For hours on end sometimes, see?
Well,
Only I make left turns occasionally.
Yeah, I don't know. Growing up on Long Island, I believe we used to have
Sorry.
the monster truck show occasionally, but we never had I guess, what is it, AAA or AA NASCAR-isms. So I feel left out.
We got that tiny little track out in Riverhead.
Raceway.
It's got to be it's not even a quarter mile.
Yeah.
It's got to be
those are
of a mile around.
Those are where people are dying every weekend somewhere in the country racing those horrible little circuits.
Yeah.
Street racing. Yeah.
Street racing?
Oh, yeah. I'm all about the
Greg?
street racing.
Yeah.
It's big overseas, I think.
Yeah.
The Tokyo Drift movie.
Tokyo Drift. You got
Die Hard Part 5. And,
that drifting is so stupid.
Yeah, what is that anyway?
It is the dumbest friggin'... It's where you're racing and just sliding the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty much cutting your wheels in the opposite direction, sliding around corners in one of those cars that you only see Hispanic guys driving around here. It's that Toyota Celica really needed that spoiler. Got to keep that thing on the ground doing 60 miles an hour, huh? With the big fart pipe in the back. The gold rims, the spoiler, the hood scoop, the Jesus Christ stencil headlights. I hate seeing those cars, and you just know when you pull up, you just look over and go, I knew it. You do. They love those cars.
How about less racism in the new year?
Right?
Just a little bit.
It's easy for me. I just got to cut down one thing.
Yeah. Of course it's easy, because you couldn't possibly have more. You can only go with less.
Right.
I'm not a racist. I don't think.
No.
I'll think it over.
Is that like a resolution or just
Nah, I don't care what he does, to be honest with you.
I'm
makes
saying
for good radio.
that would be a really cool.
I've been called racist a lot, but I'm pretty much I think I'm more a separatist than a racist.
Yeah.
Well, David Blaine, not to switch topics, but
is a racist?
I doubt it. I don't think magicians are they any particular aren't they from a magical Mount Olympus
place?
Atlantis, I believe, is where they're all from originally.
If they were racist, they'd be making people of other races disappear.
Yeah, you would know if he was a racist.
The amazing subprime loan man.
Yeah.
Ta-da! There's no more Jews. Okay, good.
No, I think he was giving away his for the homeless, whatever. He was giving away his jacket and getting other people to do it by doing close-up magic until they were annoyed. Just give me your jacket. That's a cool hey, I'm helping people.
That was real nice of him. He gave up his jacket.
He could buy, I assume, a million jackets, but
I'm sure he had a new jacket an hour later.
That's a real celebrity when you could fix the problem in a second with your money, but it's better to get people with a tune or annoy them.
And he doesn't. It probably wasn't even a warm jacket.
Right.
It's more for looks than warmth because he never has to be in the cold. It goes from the venue to the limo to the hotel. So it's probably some thin little.
He's probably in the market for a new.
Freezing.
He's in the market for a new jacket and said, the dumb media will pick up on this, so I'll give out my old jacket on the way to get my new jacket.
Well,
hey, hold on. Chris, the trucker, wants to argue that NASCAR is indeed a sport. Chris, what are you hauling?
Right now we're hauling Costco freight. Miscellaneous things.
A lot of stuff.
A lot
Back
of different
it up,
things.
Big Bear. There ain't no buyers.
Exactly. So I just NASCAR is a sport. You got to go 500 miles, 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And it's all about pit and stuff. So it's all about tech or whatever you want to say. It is a sport. They got to wake up, they got to go drive, they got to go to meetings, they got to do all their sponsorship
None of
stuff.
those things are sports things.
Yeah.
Waking up is a person thing. You got to go drive. Well, yeah, so do I. And they got to go to meetings. So do I.
Yeah, okay.
See, you guys are right. It's not like golf. You guys say golf is a sport, but those guys put so many hours and time into their sport to get to where they're at.
Hey.
And same with NASCAR. They start when they're 13, 14, 15-year-olds, doing go-karts and moving on up.
Chris, I'm a big golf.
Making money, and it's putting food on the plate, right?
I'm a big golf fan. I think golf is more of a sport than NASCAR.
No, I agree with you.
And saying golf is a sport might be, pushing it a little bit.
Too much machinery involved in NASCAR for it to be a sport, I would say.
We did this bit with Patrice O'Neill. To be a sport, you need some kind of defense.
Well, you do get defense. You get people blocking you when you're trying to pass them.
No, you need like cars coming the other way would be a real defense.
Oh, you mean like
Cars coming the other way.
an intersection that occasionally
We argue to make golf a sport that someone could come running out of the wood. Why don't you just keep effing talking?
He's a trucker.
So you would redesign NASCAR where there's like a wild card.
Yeah, just one car coming at you would make it a sport because now you're like there's a defense that you have to get around. Yeah, and we argue with golf, like if someone was able to run out of the woods and attempt to tackle you as you're trying to make a golf shot, that would officially turn it into a sport.
Yeah,
you know, that type of thing.
I get it.
Am I getting called out today at every turn?
Thank you, Chris. I'm sorry I yelled.
Well, no, I got one more thing to say.
Okay, go, Chris.
Okay. Thank you.
No, go ahead. Tell you.
Go, man.
What are we going to say?
Keep her between the ditches.
We said go ahead. Corey, Atlanta, how are you?
Hi, what's going on over there?
All right.
Obviously, I'm an idiot.
I want to let Anthony know he went to a professional drift event, not the Tokyo drift crap that's on TV, but a professional event. It's absolutely exciting. It's a lot of skill required, and they're like at Road Atlanta, they come into the first turn 100 miles an hour, completely sideways. You try that in your Mustang.
No.
Would you try it in your Mustang on a track, though, Ann, or something?
No.
Would you try drifting?
Actually, in my Mustang, all it has to do is be drizzling, and I'll do that.
Oh, really?
Well, you know, you don't buy it for the wet roads.
Dude, would you try drifting? Like, would you be a passenger in one of these cars?
I can barely drive. I mean, I only rent cars, and it's really like from the airport to the hotel is like a relearning experience.
Really?
To get out of that's like my Baghdad highway. I mean, anything can happen there.
Highway of death.
Yeah, it is. It's like anybody, you know,
David tells
I'm adjust the mirrors, I'm lighting cigarettes. And,
you're a true New Yorker.
Yes.
A lot of New Yorkers just don't know how to drive because there's no reason to.
Yeah, I think I've been spoiled. You know, I'm missing out on all these great things. The what was the Tokyo
drifting?
That thing,
but a professional drifting event.
But what about the pit crew? Like, what do they really get out of it? I mean, at the end of the day, like, what do they like? We're part of a team, but you're like really nobody really knows you.
No recognition.
You're the tire changer.
You know, at least like, you know, when they bring out the defense, you know, like the whatever during football, you're like, oh, these guys, you know.
But you know what it is? You're almost like the guy that does the books for the Giants. He gets a Super Bowl ring too.
Oh, really?
So they walk around. It's like you got a Super Bowl ring, but hey, come on, you do the books, you do the finances.
All right, Corey, thanks.
How do you get into that?
I would check out that drifting thing, though. Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.
Oh, here's
Like everybody wants to be a driver. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go, Dave.
No, everyone wants to be a driver, but like, is that like some kid's like very small dream? You know, it's like I just want to be a part of it. You know, just like the wheel guy at first, and you know, with the brr, brr thing.
You know, they all wanted to be the driver. At some point.
I assume that. Yeah,
It's like you fall into being the guy.
You're the
Or the fuel guy. The guy got to fuel up the car. And
Let's say hi to Richie in Brooklyn. Still on NASCAR. Richie, what do you say?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Oh, big fan of you.
Thank you.
I just want to say NASCAR is not a sport because you got Jimmy Spencer, one of the drivers that drives around like 200 miles, smokes cigarettes in the car.
He's smoking during the race?
Who's this guy?
Yeah, Jimmy Spencer. He's a NASCAR driver.
hold on. There's no way you're allowed to smoke in the car when you're racing.
Yeah, he smokes. They stop races because he throws the cigarettes out the car.
There is no way this guy smokes
have a
in the
hero.
car.
Look that up.
That's got to be a rule in NASCAR that you cannot smoke in the car.
That's amazing.
They do it.
Oh, this guy's cool.
So much gas all over the place.
Yeah, if there was an accident or the fuel, there's just too many.
I don't know if you're telling the truth.
He must be like
That's why-
self-taught. Like,
That's why a lot of guys hate. He crashes into cars because they say, "Oh, you must have been smoking in the car," and they catch him smoking. You see the smoke coming out.
he's like the cool hand Luke.
Yeah.
Throws his cigarette out the window. It goes back into the back window.
All right, thank you.
All right, bunch it out, guys.
That's probably because he grew up smoking as he was driving. It's like that's his comfort zone.
That's his thing. He's the John Daly of NASCAR.
Better that than the corncob pipe.
I almost dropped the F-bomb.
Oh.
I was like, what is it? You could just picture a NASCAR car with a big full ashtray, ashes all over the floorboards.
That would roll. Let's say
A little yellow tree hanging from the river. Baby seat.
Thinks. Baby seat.
let's say hi to Jude on Long Island. Jude.
Two things. There was the guy that was shooting heroin and doing the truck racing, and I wanted to know if Anthony thought poker was a sport.
Yeah, is poker a sport?
Poker is not a sport.
They call it a sport on ESPN, my friend. Don't
Poker
they?
is a game that you play.
They call it a sport on ESPN.
There are games you play. There are sports, And then there are like spectacles, which
games of chance.
Yeah, things like that. I think bowling is a game. I don't think it's a sport. I think bowling is a game. Auto racing is a spectacle.
What about auto racing on heroin?
Right.
Yeah, auto racing on heroin.
That's a different level, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, there was a guy a couple of months ago that got caught for shooting dope and racing trucks. Look it up.
All right, thank you, sir.
Look it up.
Wait, he's in the truck rally and he's affording an H? I don't.
Yeah, what the? Come on.
Better be meth or something.
Make no money.
It's like you're on Vicodin.
Yeah.
Don't let that get out. It'll ruin the whole mystique.
Yeah, he's picking the wrong substance there. Matt in Virginia.
Yeah, of course they smoked in the car. Up until 4 years ago was the Winston Cup.
Yeah.
Wow, he's right.
Let's not forget about the Winston Cup.
That's a badass brand.
Trying to, keep the sponsor in there.
Pat in Philly, if you sit in a car, it's not a sport. Fontaine, I race almost every weekend. It's not a sport. Just not a sport.
No.
Jimmy Spencer hasn't raced for 6 years. Is he the smoking dude?
Yeah.
Oh, he hasn't even raced in 6 years? Scott the trucker.
Car driver.
Right.
I love driving cars and smoking. Now I can't even drive myself to the doctor's office. Just hook the carburetor tube up to his throat.
Sure.
That is cool.
Hey, Scott, what are you hauling?
Food for the airlines.
Food for the airline.
Yum, yum.
How do you live with yourself? You call it food?
Yeah, I don't call it food.
Food for the airline.
Sky Chef.
Jeez.
Nice.
Exactly, Sky Chef and Gate Gourmet.
Sky and Gate Gourmet. Don't throw Chef and Gourmet in with that whole thing.
Right.
Like, how the hell did they get away with that?
What about the plane that skidded off? How come that's not a sport?
That's
a drift.
That was drifting.
737 drifting.
It's a new sport in
That could be like a new thing for like rich people or something. You get a jet and wreck it.
That's
Continental drift.
David Tell.
He said that might have been a brake problem there, brake failure or landing gear failure.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't need brakes when you're taking off, though.
Well, apparently, if they go on when you're taking off.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, wheel might have locked up, and they just made a sharp turn off the runway.
They made a mistake, right? The pilot error?
No,
you got to think pilot error.
Could have been mechanical. It's rarely mechanical, but it could have been mechanical. Something could have just locked up.
Yeah.
Which will turn out to be like human error because a mechanic didn't. And here, this just goes to show you, when the economy's bad, they got to cut corners somewhere.
We hinted.
And you don't want it to be in maintenance of the aircraft.
And we hinted about that a mere week or two ago.
You don't want a guy looking at the brakes and going, could wait another takeoff and landing. We'll do it when it gets to Houston.
Yeah.
But isn't that like not that there's a good crash, but that's the best one where you're still on the ground. You didn't even take, you're still like in your element.
You're still there. It's snow on the ground, so you're kind of like a toboggan.
Yeah.
You're tobogganing a little bit.
You're already sizing everything up. Who are you going to push out of the way?
Got a little bit of time to think about it, but not too much like you're plummeting.
Yeah.
So you can just, where's the exit?
Did you hear about the lady, Dave?
No.
The fat lady, the fat slob, was supposed to be the first out of the airplane, and she was deciding if she was going to leave or not because her husband was still sitting in his seat.
She said, I was waiting in the aisle for my husband. And it's like, excuse me.
That's why people end up burning alive, because of stupid people like that.
Some guy got on Twitter right after the crash. He got on Twitter and just started talking to him. He goes, holy S, I was just in a mother plane crash.
Yeah.
Wow.
And people are like, oh, Jesus. And then he was talking about the whole thing. What happened? He goes, the guy at the emergency door on the left was Johnny on the spot. Because he had the thing opened immediately.
Cool.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. And people were just jumping out onto the wing and then got out. But to have everybody live.
Was there screaming? I mean, like,
what do you think?
I would say there's probably some screaming.
I would say there's
a little bit of screaming. He said they felt it take off, and then he felt it slam down.
Oh my!
And then a sharp turn, and then airborne again when they went off a little ravine type thing.
Oh my!
And then a big
screaming.
He said he felt the bottom drop out, like all of a sudden you feel like you're going down a big hill in a car. You get that whoa feeling, and then a big slam.
Oh my God.
Into the seat, and then they slid to a stop. He looked, the door was open, and he was out.
Wow.
Did everybody go out the side, the emergency
The emergency doors, every door was being used. They put the slides out so people were sliding down, which is odd that most injuries, when people aren't injured really seriously in the crash, obviously are from the emergency slides. People breaking ankles, breaking arms.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
And nobody died. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I would have died because I never wear my belt, because I think it's cool when you take off and you're like, what does he know?
This.
I know.
How am I supposed to jump up when the plane hits the ground and
I want to be
live?
the first guy online for the can after the headphone sale.
Headphone sale.
They ever use their headphone to rappel down? There's
MacGyver.
We're going to wrap up with David Tell next. Opie and Anthony, stay there. Our last show of the year. Thank God. It's been a weird year for the Opie and Anthony show. Going to put this one in the books and start anew.
Yeah, this year can just
can't get any
suck one.
Can't get any worse in 2009.
Well, let's knock wood.
No kidding.
Please.
David Tell's going to be at Caroline's the 26th through the 30th. Let's not forget that.
Thanks for having me in, guys. I thought it was I'm more of a second to last show guy. I'm not like a big closer, money shot,
The last show of the year is always, you just want to get out of here.
Thanks.
We didn't want to work today.
Yeah, we really wanted to just, not show up or phone it in, but I don't know. I'm being really funny today.
You're good.
Yeah, you decided to work today, which is nice. It's a treat for everybody when you decide you want to do the show.
I really thought I was just going to phone it in, but I will tell you at 9:30 when the market opens, you're probably going to lose me for a little bit.
Why? What are you buying this late in the year?
Yeah.
You know something? I've been toying with General Motors and Ford. I've been buying and selling.
Mm-hmm. Having a little fun with that.
Back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
They took a nice little crap yesterday. So we'll see how it looks early on a little bit. And I might toy with buying a few and then offering them a little later on.
Hold on a minute. Is this coming from you or from an Asian market or something?
No, yeah.
Were you on the phone early talking to your man in Bing Bang?
At the Bing Bang Exchange in Chung Wang. Yeah, it was
the guy on the ground in
my guy in the trenches.
I love insider trading because it's always the most boring thing wrapped around. It's like, my friend who I used to play at Exeter with something, he said his dentist said. And
enough.
Yeah.
But no, I've been toying with those. Make a couple of bucks here and there.
That's very optimistic.
When when the country's in trouble and companies are going under, you got to try to make as much money with their demise as you can.
That's wonderful.
That's capitalism.
It sure is.
Yes,
capitalism alive and well.
Bask in the failure of the free market.
We got a couple weird stories. Just some quickies here, and you can comment as we go. George Lucas signs off on Star Wars: A Musical Journey, debuting next year in London.
Hold on. That just tell me that isn't true, and that's a joke.
At least he's not milking it. I'll bring my mug and my other figurines.
Yeah, he's doing Star Wars the musical now, A Musical Journey.
No.
I guess if you're going to have one idea, or in his case, two or three, if you're going to have three ideas, one of them should be Star Wars, because he's been riding that.
If you're going to have one idea, it might as well be Star Wars.
1977.
Was it 77?
The guy's been milking it even before that. When you figure when he first started and got the ideas and started writing it.
Wow.
I mean, dude, the 70s.
Yeah.
Like, let it go.
Why can't he do the same thing for cars that he's done for, what was sci-fi, fantasy something? What he does.
I don't know.
what he does.
Right, okay.
And what he does.
Can he CGI some cars that work and don't use gas?
I bet you he'll make it kid-friendly, like the characters on the stage will probably be cuddly and little...
A lot of Ewoks.
Yeah.
There's going to be probably Wookiees.
Choreography.
Wookiee dancing.
Star Wars
Jar Jar
choreography.
Binks.
Wasn't that their misstep movie, though? The one with the Wookiees and where they at the end where they were all dancing around?
The Wookiees.
Horrible. With the Ewoks all dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the last one. And then the Darth Vader with his helmet off and all the rest of them up there smiling down.
He's a douche. George Lucas is a douche.
So what is this musical gonna? Any more info on it?
I just read the headline, and that was good enough for me. I didn't need to read further on that one
because I'm not feeling it.
No.
Do you think he had to convince the powers that be? Like, I want to do a musical on Star Wars, and the people are like, well, I don't know if Star Wars, okay. Because, like, I mean, anything, Star Wars, anything. I mean, I'd have a Star Wars coffin. I mean, that would sell, you know?
Yeah. Not content with 7 feature films or a myriad of TV spin-offs ranging from the current Clone Wars cartoon series to the dreaded Star Wars holiday special. Love that one. The Jedi Masterminds are readying for a stage show. George Lucas signed off a Star Wars musical journey, a 2-hour live musical event featuring a stormtrooper kick line.
Wow.
And singing Wookiees. John Williams' Oscar-winning score also. Stormtrooper kick line. They should line Lucas up in front of that and have him bend over. Premiering next year in London's O2 Arena, the production will be performed by the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra in sync with the movie clips from the 6 live-action films. The show will play in chronological order from The Phantom Menace to Return of the Jedi. The production will blast off April 10th in the UK and embark on a European tour complete with an exhibition of rare Star Wars collectibles, including never-before-seen models, props, costumes, production artwork. No word when it will visit America. To rave reviews, I'm sure.
That's a 200-something a ticket.
Oh, you got to know it.
Yeah, that's a big...
He should just go for $500 million a ticket and hope to just sell to one geek, one rich geek that will just sit there by himself.
And just make his actors perform to empty houses until the one guy finally shows up.
Because I am just, my prediction, epic fail.
Yeah.
Now if they get, who's the original Luke guy? If they get
Mark Hamill.
That'll be it.
Mark Hamill.
What else
dancing.
is he doing? He'll probably make some kind of appearance.
Singing show tunes.
Really fast, 2 more things. We're all trying to live as one in this world, but it's good to know this is still going on somewhere. Indian villagers shave and beat 50 women accused of witchcraft.
Well, what were they doing?
I don't know.
Were they casting spells?
Witchcraft,
driving, uttering opinions?
I decided not to read today, but now that you ask, I don't know. I don't.
An Indian village?
No.
Now, are you talking Indian from India or India Native American? Indian, excuse me.
Is this really
7-Eleven Indian?
Less village, more casino parking lot situation?
Yeah. Okay, you're talking India.
Well, a spiritual man from the village said that this would protect them from evil spirits. So,
all right.
He's trying to do the right thing for the village.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
You must go to Pankot Palace. Come on.
Thank
you, Danny.
Was it
what movie? You lost me on that one.
Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Kalima! Kalima! Cover your heart, Indy.
See, that's the kind of parts I could do because I'm a horrible actor, but I could definitely do that. Just
kind of
something amazing.
Oh, yeah. I can do that. Kalima! I'll see you in hell. Come on. It's fantastic.
So what?
Grady was in that movie, by the way.
Was he?
Was he?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
For a split second. He's one of the guys that come up and start a shooting across the ravine at the guys that are shooting the arrows at Indy.
Is that real?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Hey, Grady. Yeah, it's Mr. Grady.
2 more things about the witchcraft. Well, there are a few killings in, it's worth spelling for the people out there. CHHATTISGAR.
Hanukkah, Louisiana?
More than 100 women are tortured, paraded naked, or harassed in the state annually.
Where is this?
In this town in India that I can't pronounce. Yes, or village.
Say it again.
Oh, no way.
Utopia.
Is it Peshawar province? How do they get mail there?
And it's such a problem, the state passed a Witchcraft Prevention Act in 2005.
Yeah, PSAs, I saw them.
They just wrote it on a giant turtle and sent it out. Spread the word.
God People just, you think it's 2008.
You know, it's so funny how we started with David Blaine and we're ending with David Blaine. If he could go over there and do some of his, to-da-isms in front of them, I think that would really, they'd be like, I'm that.
Wizard!
And then he'd take their jackets.
And I want to acknowledge all the fresh faces coming in to get free food today.
Yeah.
Good luck to you guys. This is like that nom analogy you use from time to time. Look at them all happy. Hey guys, what can I do to help the effort?
It is very cool, Some employees are here, and
all young and
we haven't
fresh
seen them yet. All fresh faced,
happy,
right off the C-130.
Yeah.
And
you guys met Lisa Orban, right?
Yeah.
Do you realize she's only 22 years old?
Oh,
That's what this place will do to you.
Yeah. Rip you to pieces.
Oh, look at them all. I haven't seen smiles in a long time around here.
Yeah.
The fresh faces here to brighten everyone's day.
Stay with me, Gardner.
Right.
How cool was that movie?
Oh, fantastic. Barnes.
Well, let's get out of here.
Can't kill Barnes.
We got to start the
Shot 7 times.
We got to start the rock and roll. We got to get out of here.
Yeah.
This is the place where rock lives, Dave. I don't know if you know.
Guys, I'm telling you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Really.
No problem.
Jim, I hope
David
you feel
Attell.
better, buddy. What are you going to do?
Thank you. I'm sure I'll be okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Your eyes are almost open at this
I don't
point.
get sick very often.
Yeah.
I'm a healthy boy.
David Attell, Caroline's, 26th through the 30th. Jimmy, where are you going to be? You got the third show at the Borgata?
Yeah, but the important was New Year's Eve at Crocodile Rock in Allentown. That's the big one.
That's going to be a wild show.
Oh, a disaster. And then Martin Luther King weekend, I got 3 shows at the Borgata. Friday, Saturday, I think are sold out. Sunday is now available.
Remember, no fireworks inside.
Right.
Allentown's like one of those. Yeah, they do it good.
All right.
Sorry.
Unless the company has one final trick up their sleeves, we'll hopefully see in 2009.
Yeah.
I do remember I was taking my honeymoon assuming that we would be continuing in major markets and came back to find out that was not the case.
Well, it happens.
So hopefully we'll see you in 2009.
Yes.
If not, we'll pop up somewhere.
Godspeed.
What do you want from us? Happy holidays. Now go F yourselves.